Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder of Landscape Marketing Hero. And today we're going to talk about how to show up as a supercharged salesperson at every appointment you go out to. When we show up with the right attitude, the right energy, and the right approach, it dramatically impacts the amount of people that we're able to talk to and also dramatically impacts the number of deals that we're able to close with our ideal customers. So I'm going to share a simple mindset approach that will help you increase your results. Stay tuned and I'll break it down for you. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. Creating an effective sales process is what we've been talking about over the last month on the show. And one of the big factors involved in that is how we show up on a call when we're qualifying that prospect, how we show up when we're in person at that prospect's property and determining if they want to work with us and if we want to work with them. And so I want you to think back to one of your best sales that you signed your perfect customer or the kind of project you wanted to bring in. And I want to ask you, how did you feel before you showed up to that appointment? What was going on in your day, in your life? Were projects going well? Did something really positive at home happen recently? And how did you feel emotionally? What were you thinking about? What state were you in when that happened? Oftentimes when we track back and we see how we landed a big project or we brought in that customer we would always wanted, we can look back and realize that we entered that conversation, we came into that situation in a really positive and confident state. And sometimes when we're not paying attention, it happens to the best of us, it happens to me, we can unintentionally come into a sales interaction without being in a positive state, without having a good attitude, without being mentally prepared. And when we do that, the prospect picks up on that very quickly. They can tell if we're having a bad day. They can tell if we feel prepared. They can tell if we're feeling really confident or if we're really not feeling good and we're kind of lower. And so by identifying what state we're in when we start that conversation, we can determine what the impact is. Everyone that you interact with in life, and especially in a sales situation, is going to be attracted to the folks that are positive, they're confident, they're engaged, they know the next steps, they have a plan, and they're leading and guiding the prospect through the situation. And so instead of allowing that to happen by chance on your good days, what I want to encourage you to do is explore this concept that I recently started working on and implementing even more, that is called having an alter ego. We've probably heard about this in different situations where maybe you see, a superhero in their normal state, but then something happens and they put on their costume, they put on their, they put everything on and they change state and they become that superhero. That's a simple example of what we see in the movies and TV, but we can actually implement the same thing and change our psychology by choosing to show up as a specific character person who's in a positive state that's ready to guide our prospect through the process. And the way that you figure out how you want to show up is think about that superhero that inspires you. Think about your favorite sports star and how they always show up on the field of play and do amazing work. Or think about somebody in your life who was really inspirational to you, either a mentor in business or a mentor or teacher in life, who always showed up and gave you that support and that positivity and just really changed your state from being discouraged or stuck or not feeling what direction to go to having clarity and direction and having that power to move forward. When we identify people like that in our life, we can remember them and use their same qualities and their same attitude when we show up. There's an excellent book about this by an author named Todd Herman. It's called The Alter Ego Effect. And it talks about how he's worked with high performing sports athletes. He's worked with really successful entrepreneurs. He's worked with people that are in different spaces and industries and different stages of their life, and how he showed them how to tap into that alter ego effect where they stop, they think back and say, I'm going to show up like my grandfather. That's a big inspiration point for me. Or I'm going to show up like this sports star, or I'm going to show up like this business leader or this mentor I had that really inspired me. And by just making that mental shift and saying, I'm going to display the qualities that that person had, we actually embody those qualities. We change our state from being in work mode if we just came off of a job or coming out of something personally that's challenging. We're able to set that aside temporarily and then change our state and really embody this alter ego, who is the person who is confident and positive and able to lead prospects through the sales process effectively. And so by just having a reminder, whether it's something you put in your pocket, like, a reminder of your family, or if it's a picture that's in your truck when you go out there and you look at that and say, I'm going to show up just like that person. Whatever quick mental reminder you give yourself, that's what can cue your mind, your body, your attitude to remind yourself, I'm going to show up exactly like this person. I'm going to embody that so that I show up with that same attitude, that positivity, that confidence. And that's a very simple but highly effective mindset approach and strategy that we can take that allows us to show up in a different way. People all around us, regardless of if we're in a sales conversation or a different situation, they're attracted to those that show up with that positive energy. And so when we choose to do that ourselves, we not only change how we actually feel, we can change our state, we can change our feelings, but we also have that positivity rub off on our prospect, and they feel like they're in good hands and that they know they're going to get great results just simply because of how you're showing up emotionally, energetically with that attitude. So my encouragement to you today is think about somebody that you look up to, or think about that hero or that mentor in your life, and ask yourself, what are the qualities that I really appreciate about them? What are the things that I can model when I'm out having a conversation with a prospect? And what's a simple reminder that I can use? Maybe it's a necklace you put on. Maybe it's a picture in your truck. Maybe it's something you put in your pocket so that when you feel it, it's going to remind you to be the most positive, confident version of yourself so you can show up and go out and really deliver amazing results when you're in that sales conversation and when you're there to serve your prospect and help them grow forward. If you have any questions about this, drop a comment down below or shoot me a message or head over to landscapemarketinghero.com. We are here to serve and support you and help you increase your sales, grow your business, and ultimately climb all the way up the green mountain to where you are doing $10 million or more per year in your landscaping company without overworking, without stressing yourself out, and with the structure and process and systems that are going to help you grow and succeed for the long term. I appreciate you taking time to tune in today, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's episode. If you're ready to begin your journey up the green mountain where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketinghero.com.